It's
I'm just coming back from ward round and I want to talk to you about something, your patients. Can I have a minute of your time?
okay. Please excuse me. Take your time. Please. Please. Let me put you.
You know, I know you weren't going to check on any patient, right? You were eavesdropping.
I'm going to check on my patients. Rosamara.
Sylvan and Amara are a married couple who work in the same hospital. Sylvan, who is a gynecologist, and Amara is the nurse in the hospital. The couple always have their breakfast and have conversations about everything that happened previous day before heading to work. Nurse Ruth has told Amara how she admires her marriage and how she copes with Sylvan work. Sylvan always has the soft, natural side when he is with his patients, and this is an issue for Amara. The other nurses gossiping about how Amara is able to contain Sylvan work. They also had a discussion about how all men cheat and can't be trusted, especially the work Sylvan does. Sylvan does his job diligently without any unprofessionalism of any kind. He treats his patients with care and attention, but Amara doesn't see it that way. She started seeing it as disrespectful as to why her husband treats patients like how he treats her. Sylvan having a conversation with Dr. Lola about a patient health and seeking advice from her. Amara walked in on them and started suspecting her husband Sylvan might be cheating. The couple got home and Nurse Lola called Sylvan and Amara began to suspect her husband. Amara started snooping around trying to catch or even have evidence of her husband. She checks Sylvan phones anytime she gets the chance, and this led to her being obsessed. Sylvan started noticing Amara's snooping around behavior, so he also started to assure her about their marriage. Sylvan told Amara he has never cheated and will never cheat on her. The nurses in the hospital started gossiping about how Dr. Sylvan is close to Dr. Lola. Amara continued to snop even at work and eavesdrops in conversation of Sylvan and Lola. Sylvan began to get irritated with his wife's behavior and he continues to assure Amara, but they still fell on deaf ears. Sylvan met Amara in the car park to discuss medical issues. Amara saw them and became more furious about it. They started arguing about it at home. Amara fainted whilst she was arguing with Sylvan and was rushed to the hospital. Lola told Sylvan that his wife is pregnant and needs to take some break. Dr. Lola also revealed some medical conditions that Amara is suffering from, and the risk of her pregnancy is high if her blood pressure is high. Amara took few weeks off but refused to rest and continued to question Sylvan about Dr. Lola. Sylvan now got no choice but to tell Amara her health conditions and how this will affect her pregnancy. He did that so she will stop snooping around. But no, it got worse. Amara attacked Dr. Lola to stay away from her husband. Lola met Sylvan and told him what his wife said to her. This was when Lola revealed she was working on how she can save Amara when she is due to give birth. Sylvan then went home and asked why she harassed his friend Dr. Lola. Things quickly got heated between them and Sylvan went back to the hospital. Sylvan went to apologize to Dr. Lola and plead with her to continue to help save his wife when the time comes. Unfortunately, Amara followed her husband chatting with Lola. Amara became angry and took a wild decision. Amara called the medical board and scheduled a meeting with them. She met them and reported that her husband Dr. Sylvan and Dr. Lola are having an affair. She said they have romance in the hospital during working hours and do not take patients seriously. Now investigations were done, asking the nurses about the situations. Some nurses confirmed they see both doctors sneaking around to have conversation and holding hands. Now Sylvan and Lola were called by the board to answer some questions regarding the allegations. Both explained how these allegations against them were false, but the board told them they are going to do further investigation to make sure to find the truth on the matter. Sylvan got home and was really disappointed in what his wife Amara did to him. Amara continues to accuse him and went further to say she will be happy if he lost his license. Amara fainted in the heated argument with Sylvan and was rushed to the hospital. Dr. Lola tried her best to save both mother and child but was not possible. Amara lost her child. Sylvan became devastated and angry at Amara. Dr. Lola research and study about Amara was almost done. Amara's pregnancy was not even full term due to her constant nagging. Sylvan started feeling sorry for his wife after a few months working and trying to get over his lost child. The board revoked his license and never to practice medicine again. Dr. Lola also suffered the same fate. This was the story Dr. Sylvan was telling his new family, how his life changed in the last 9 years. Sylvan's new wife and daughter were so shocked and sad about the story. They see the letters from Amara to Sylvan and now know the story as well. Amara have been writing apology letters to Sylvan, her ex-husband, for that 9 years. Sylvan refused to never talk or ever forgive her for what she did to his life. Sylvan's daughter received another letter and decided to read this one letter. She found out Amara was dying, so she told mother it. Sarah had a conversation with Sylvan about the latest letter their daughter read. Sylvan listened to his wife Sarah and called Lola to visit Amara. They got to Amara and realized she is really dying and she looked her worse. Amara started apologizing to them and how she allowed her insecurities ruined her life. Things were not happening but made it up in her head and ruined their life. Lola told Amara she ruined her life as she is now a businesswoman. Lola told her she can't even go back to her medical field. But she has forgiven Amara since it'd been 9 years. It took her years, but she is finally willingly to forgive her. Then Sylvan looks at Amara and just pitied her and forgave her. They now point out how her insecurities has ruined everybody's lives and things around her. They forgave her and hugged her to give her the warmth and security she needed. Thanks for watching. Did you enjoy this recap? Subscribe for more Nollywood movie recap.